Hello lovely people, this is Robin D and welcome back to another Minecraft update snapshot video. This is Snapshot 19w11a, and yes, I haven't done a video since I think 1905, but this is because in the snapshots after the Fox one, there weren't really that many changes that I thought were really important to look at for survival. However, now we have a few. As you can see, I'm holding potatoes and he is, well, quite reluctantly, showing me an emerald. So this is what he would be willing to trade for. Now, at this point in time, the new GUI of the villagers is slightly broken, and we will take a look at this in a moment. However, first, a small thing I missed in the last snapshot, and I'm going to go to a desert to show you because it's like really the wrong place. If you summon a polar bear or have a polar bear in your world, and then you have a fox in your world, the polar bear will actually attack the fox, which just spawned both here. And now you should at some point see, yeah, that the polar bear actually attacks the fox. I only found this out because of a comment under a video of my first and possibly only map that I made, where I had the polar bear as being the only mob that would only ever attack the player. Well, now they changed this so the polar bear also attacks foxes, because obviously the Arctic fox would get attacked by polar bears if they met. So that is one thing that you possibly want to keep in mind when playing in survival and going with your with the fox that has gained your trust, or the other way around, into a frozen biome and there's a polar bear. Yeah, that's not good. Also, a cat here spawning in the village that now seems to also properly work. And we have got the new villages. So let's get to them now. The GUI has been updated and the villagers have different levels now. So on the first level they like to have those two traits depending on which profession they currently have. Because yes, they do change profession occasionally. And if you trade them something, you can see here to which part of the level they are going to be updating to. But after 4 trades, this logs out. Then you have to trade with them with the second trade. So as you can see, he didn't update his trades as in the past they would have. So now you need to go to the second trade, which this is kind of bugged out at this point in time. But now he should have actually leveled up. He obviously doesn't want to show you us his belt, but here you go now, his badge is bronze. Now, if you again want to trade with him, you need to trade with him then the new trades, which for example is pumpkin or emerald for pumpkin pie, and he will upgrade more. So let's just give myself a bit of pumpkin. There we go. And now he has actually updated his wheat trade. They can update their trade 2 times per day. And as you might also see, this just put the bar really small up. While if I now trade a pumpkin with him, it like puts the bar far quicker up than it did before. Also, as you might have now seen, I just closed out of the GUI and the items went back into my inventory. Up until 1.13.2, if you clicked a villager and kept an item inside of here, it would just get chucked out as soon as you exited. But now this doesn't happen, and the traits of the villagers don't refresh after every time trading, but it refreshes only about 2 times per day, as it says in the changelogs. So let's just give him more emeralds for his pumpkin pie, and then still some more emeralds for his cookie, and then his badge should update or not. If he's just not there, oh, he's just not there, so it didn't update. but that's fine. We can just give ourselves some more wheat here. And he should update now from gold badge to emerald badge. Now, once again, the logged out traits are still logged out, so he's not going to update those until some point within the day. If he can work at his workstation, that is. And so to update them, it might take you quite a bit of patience if you manage to log out all the traits before he gets another level. Here you can see one melon gives him all the way up there. So now he then goes up to diamond badge, and now he is a master. And his master traits are then 2 suspicious stew. Now at this point in time they are bugged. So they don't work, but I can just buy one to show you that it doesn't actually work. And now if we eat the suspicious stew, it gives us an effect for a short moment of time, but it doesn't really work at this point in time, so they are kind of broken. Let's have a look if it is also broken if you craft it. So here we go, this should be the saturation suspicious stew. And yes, no, this one works, it just doesn't have a logo for saturation yet. Okay, so crafting suspicious stew works, trading it with the villagers doesn't. So far for this snapshot, but they are trying to get out a B snapshot today, so maybe that will get fixed. Now, Nightfall is upon us, and what the villagers should in theory do is now go to their homes, which this one is actually doing. Kind of, he got stuck, okay, and he goes back out. Yeah, they should go to their homes and should go to sleep. Now, they are kind of scurrying around here. And yes, he went to bed. Now, he didn't close the door, so a zombie would still have been able to get him. This villager also went to bed. Now, there's currently a bug where you can just push the villagers around. Now, their hitbox is, I think, quite interesting. Yes, while they are lying in bed, this is their hitbox. Meaning if you kind of want to set them on fire or something like that, I don't know why you would want to do this. And a pink sheep! Sorry, I'm easily distracted here. If you want to do this, this is their hitbox, so you really have to hit them in this part. Then they just jump out of the bed and run out and do whatever. And possibly my reputation would have decreased, but you can still trade with them if you click their hitbox. Yes. Is that 4 emeralds only? 3 emeralds, nice. So yeah. So you can trade with them even when they are asleep at this point in time. You can also push them around, as I said. And because their hitbox is only this small thing around the head, you can actually push them, well, yes, up, out of the bed, and whatever. Now, and then you can sleep in the bed, which obviously is a small bug that they are possibly also going to fix in the upcoming B snapshot. So far for the villagers, still kind of broken, bit buggy, but what does this mean for survival? You now no longer can trade infinitely by just locking out one trade, waiting for the villager to update, and again doing it, which kind of has amassed me a lot of emeralds in my survival worlds. It is now more of a patient waiting game of when will he get to his workstation, when will this work, when will he update. And yeah, that's a bit unfortunate. Now, where was this pink sheep? I really wanted to find the pink sheep, but anyway. So this is one thing. The other thing is iron golem spawning has changed. Now, iron golems are based off, well, the villagers meeting at the bell, at the meeting point, and talking to each other that they need an iron golem, and then at some point, when they get quite excited about it, oh, those are pigs, but there's the pink sheep. Yeah, there's the pink sheep. Nice. So, yeah, when they get quite excited about it, in case you're wondering, then an iron golem will spawn. There we go. So this means that the only way to now get an iron golem is to kind of have the villagers meet at the bell, which, does this village have a bell? Yes, it does. And the bell. Okay, so yeah, they will meet around here. They will talk to each other at round about what would be like 5 p.m. I think, in like terms of real life time, and they will talk. So I think this is what the farmer and the like others did when they were standing there before. And then at some point they will decide we need an iron golem, and in an 80 to 80 block radius an iron golem will spawn. Now, because of those changes, iron golem farms no longer just require villagers standing somewhere and doors. Now they need workstations, beds, and the bell. Or just workstations and the bell. Because as it stands now, the like villagers constantly check, is there my bed and is there a workstation? And if that is given, then they change their profession to the workstation and the home that they have, and begin working and begin their kind of schedules. And this is now needed to have villagers, yeah, basically do anything. Because even if a villager spawns, it like spawns as not necessarily a nitwit, but as a villager with no profession. And when this villager within a place where there is a bed and a workstation finds the workstation, it will convert to that profession, and you can trade with it according to those trades. Yeah. And also the like villagers show you what they are willing to trade with you at this point in time for whatever you are holding. So this is the one aspect that I wanted to cover here. Yes, the other aspect, there is a new globe banner. So let me just get this, and then the loom. And I think you can buy this from like one of the villages. There is a banner pattern for the globe. What is the globe? Well, if you put on a loom, put a banner in, a die, and the globe, then you get this banner. This is the globe banner, which from afar looks a bit like a Minecraft globe type thing. So yeah, this is now new, and you can also get it. Once again, a bug, the translation is missing. You see there block.minecraft.banner.globe_green. That should be a translation for green globe that is missing in the snapshot too. But anyway, other than this, there are now also two new recipes for blocks, are the smithing table and the fletching table. So you now can make the smithing table with 4 planks and 2 iron ingots, and the fletching table with 4 planks and 2 flint. Now, as of now, those blocks don't do anything, because they are only going to get their functionality according to the Minecraft webpage in the next major update. So not 1.14, but 1.15. So yeah, that's a thing I kind of want to critique, but possibly just in another video. And then the last thing that I think I should cover here, because it also is kind of important to survival. TNT now has a 100% drop rate. Now, up until now, a creeper explosion as well as a TNT explosion would occasionally, well, would always delete a few blocks. So if you had a TNT powered tree farm and you blew up the tree, not all logs would drop. If you do that now, all logs should drop. So 4 to 5 logs should drop now. Okay, this one survived, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 logs dropped, and all of the dirt. dropped here. So now this has a 100% drop rate of every item, well, block that it breaks. So you can now actually efficiently mine with TNT, and if you blow up, for example, a diamond ore, I think with a TNT, it should drop the diamond, shouldn't it? That's a good question, because it's like it like kind of shouldn't, but it also should. So let's have a check. This is experimental time with Robin D here. Yes, it does drop the diamond. So now, finally, after 10 years, Minecraft, you can finally mine with TNT. This is huge. And yes, the camera is bugged out. This is the thing I showed in the beginning. You can kind of lock the camera in place and rotate like this, and if I move the mouse up, it goes down, and if I move it down, it goes up. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But anyway, so now you can finally mine with TNT in survival and get all the drops. Which means you don't even need a certain pickaxe to get gold. If you now find gold, just get some TNT and blow it up, and you should get the gold ore. Let's have a look if that is the case, but it should be the case if it's for all blocks in the game that can explode. Yep, you get the gold, so you no longer need certain pickaxes to get certain things. Nice. So yeah, I think this is the biggest positive change. The villager trading, because it's now mostly a waiting game, possibly the biggest negative change in a way. Like, it's great, don't get me wrong, the trading system definitely needed an update, and I think this is kind of it, but now they're just going to be a kind of waiting game of when does he again unlock a certain trade. Because for example, if you have a potato farm or a string farm, and you trade with like one of them for like string, and it like locks out after 4 trades every time, and then you have to wait for half a day till it gets to its workstation and restocks, and then that only happens 2 times a Minecraft day maximum. Yeah, then I'm not so sure if that's really what we want. Like, they are currently seem to be gossiping, which is what this is called. If you want to know more about the whole iron farm things, there is a video of Doc M, and definitely also check out Ilmango. We'll have links to their channels in the description below, because they definitely do better snapshot videos than I do. But yeah, I am just focusing here on like what you could directly use in survival Minecraft, as opposed to just building a massive mad farm that some people might not even want to do. So once again, it is getting dark, the villager goes into his bed, and we can slightly nudge him somewhere else, and as soon as we get his hitbox out of the bed, we can also sleep in the bed, which also has a bug. If you like enter the bed from a certain from on top, the camera glitches into your player model. Yeah. So this is a snapshot full of bugs, and that's quite interesting because 09 wasn't that buggy, but okay. So then we will now still take a look at the web page of the update, but before we do, options has now got a new tab called accessibility settings, in which you can turn on and off the narrator, turn off the subtitles, the background. The text background can be black. Now if you type in chat, you have this kind of overlay background. If you now also turn this on for everywhere, then you also have the overlay in the hotbar, for example. Yeah. So this is just to make the contrast a bit better there. However, as of this point in time, some commands like title and like things on the like action bar ignore this and always show up with a black background. So this is a bug, and I hope it is soon be fixed, because this makes some maps that show a title look quite ugly. Yeah. So that would be all for this one. Let's now just check out the Minecraft web page. So here we have got the article for Minecraft Snapshot 19w11. Yes, exactly. And it says here that they are planning to do a big polish pass. Maybe they will still put in a few small features, but ultimately they are entering just the bug fixing phase and hoping for a release quite soon. They said that 2 or 3 weeks ago also, so yeah, that could mean anything. But basically they added the global banner pattern in to survival in this snapshot, so because this is already sold by the villagers, so I don't know what this means, because the villagers sell that, so I'm a bit confused on this phrasing. Trading changes, yes, and smithing and fletching table got a recipe, and TNT minecarts now have 100% drop rate, so you can finally mine with TNT. This is a thing I thought when I first started playing Minecraft, which was for me 2016, so when the game had already come a long way. I thought like, you can't really mine with TNT because it doesn't drop everything. And finally we can do that. Nice. Then the accessibility options which I showed. So there's now an accessibility menu which provides a useful place for all of our accessibility features, and when the narrator is turned on, buttons will be narrated on focus. Most screens now allow tab and shift navigation. What does this mean? If I'm in the pause menu and I press tab, I can cycle through all the options. If I press shift tab, it goes backwards. So this is a quite nice feature. However, it at this point in time comes with the price that you cannot, well, you can assign tab to certain things, but it will possibly not work correctly if it's a button that also is in the menu. So hang on, can you take a screenshot within the menu? Yes, you can. So if you would have the screenshot set to tab, it would constantly go through the menu while you make screenshots. So yeah, so now assigning the tab key to like anything that can also interact with the menu might not be a so good idea. Then otherwise, that is pretty much it. So like most like lists allow the up and down arrow keys to navigate through, and there's now the background which I showed for the chat overlay and everywhere. Then the smithing and fletching table. This is a thing I'm still possibly going to critique, but possibly in a different video. So they right here, we've decided not to add the functionality for these blocks for this update, as we want to make sure that they are useful for the overall gameplay. We have a great idea for them in the next major themed update. Yeah, I'm going to talk about this a bit more on my second channel in a kind of rambling video. Then the trading changes, trading UI work in progress, yes, because as you saw, it kind of has two different prices on there and a like minus character in the middle. This is still a kind of work in progress. I guess the like minus and plus will show you your reputation, I guess, and the prices can change depending on that. So this is still being worked on. And here is the thing that I already mentioned. The villagers will restock up to 2 times per day if they can work at their workstation. Which, like, some of them don't do. They just walk around but don't go to the workstation, and it's like, well, they are then just constantly locked out of trade. So I hope this will get fixed properly, because otherwise this will be really just a waiting game worse than anything. So I hope they get this, that it's nice for survival and not just a damn wait, because this is the last thing you want from your game. And the visual trading that the villager shows you what you can get, this I think is a really great feature. Like, this is nice. Then they have their daily schedule, as we showed you, with like meeting up at the bell, going to sleep, and so on. And yes, each villager in like terms of the data tags now has their own bed and their own workstation that they then find to whenever they need to go there. Yeah, each profession has a specific block, so basically it like can be that if you destroy one workstation and replace it with another, that this villager just changes his profession then. So this means you like kind of no longer have to wait for a librarian to spawn somewhere. You could try to just get a villager to get so confused that he drops his profession and just becomes a librarian. As of now, this is kind of buggy, but I think in the full release, you might be able to exploit that to get more librarians than you should have. And yes, this is a big lag maker, but it also still is a new feature. And the iron golems now spawn when enough villagers meet and get excited about getting an iron golem, basically. Then there are a lot of bug fixes, but those introduce a lot more bugs, so I'm not going to go over any of these because there's nothing that wouldn't be unimportant. Yeah, weird phrasing, sorry. So then, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll make a video on my second channel where I just ramble a bit about Mojang and Minecraft and whatnot. And maybe I will also put out a B snapshot bug fix and things I missed report on this channel a bit later. Yes, thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.